One thing before we were cut, the question I wanted to ask you is that when was it when you were like in a hole, financially, emotionally, and you were like, I don't think I'm ever going to come out of this? What was happening there?
I can tell you when I was in a hole, but I've never, ever in my life ever thought I'll never come out.
Okay, all right.
Like, I've always had faith. I've gone in deep, man. A lot of times, my real friends know and I'm one of the people who are blessed with the flow of trusting. You know, I know it sounds weird. It's a flow of trusting too much, but I'm blessed with it. So I never sit with bottled up emotions. I tell whoever I'm sitting with. You know what I mean? I could be sitting with a guy I met today and say, yeah, man, you know, I'm in 6 million rand debt right now. And I just talk. You know what I mean? And it's therapeutic, you know? So my friends know what I've been through. Like, I used to, you know, borrow money all the time. Specifically, the fill-ups were the toughest ones. Like, the first 3 were, like, really, really tough because we were literally investing money into things that we know are not going to bring, you know, the money back immediately. You know, I never was the guy to spend hundreds of thousands in the club, so I never lost money like that. I always lost money to business and investing in stuff and reinvesting into something that didn't make money because I believed that it would grow. And so every fill up, you know, it just got tougher and tougher until my beta was like the toughest financial time of my career. Like, you know, waking up that morning, like I said, to be told that the city or the government was pulling out and they couldn't support us how they had promised. There was like 7 million rand that was taken, and we still had to pay that 7 million to everybody. The stage, the guys who built the stage, gear house, everyone wanted their money. So we spent, you know, a lot of time paying that, and then SARS hit me right after that, you know, and SARS was horrible because I used to pay 700,000 a month to SARS for almost 2 years. So the agreement I had with SARS was the 700. If I had 1 month where I didn't make payment, they were going to reverse the agreement, still keep whatever I've paid and go back to the initial amount, you know. So literally every month I'm making 700 or more, but I'm left with like 50,000 rand every month for almost 2 years, dog. And
what year is this?
This is right after Mabida.
What year is the Mabida again? 2019?
Yeah. Ooh. So it's that, and we're going into Rustenburg. So I'm trying to plan Rustenburg, and I'm paying SARS. Mabida flopped those 2 years, and I'm just going up, and then Rustenburg happens, and I just paid off SARS. I still have the bill for the accountants that helped me. They helped me throughout the thing and said, you know, you'll pay us when you're done with this. We can see you have an issue. And I still have to pay them. But we do Rustenburg, and then, okay, I just have this accountant bill, and then COVID. Zero. Just when I'm about to, you know, put my head above the woods, and COVID hit, and it's zero. And I have no income that would be able to carry me throughout this situation. I have cars that I had to pay, I've got employees, and it was just a very, very, very tough time. And, you know, I just kept the faith, man. That's when I met Lekau. Well, that's when I made the meeting with Lekau happen, because I was panicking. And I was like, what do I do in this situation? And that's when I realized that I needed to start businesses that did not need me to be there physically, you know. And Biliato and Ruto Fame were born in that panic. And I was able to get through, you know, a few friends borrowing me money there and there, but, you know, all my employees were paid in full throughout COVID. Nobody felt it, only me. You know, Gomies was sitting at home getting full payment. I made sure that everybody was paid, and that was like the toughest period for me financially. Like, COVID was really, I sold cars. It's bad.
So if you owed, so you owed like SARS, like, or you paid SARS like 16, if you, over 2 years, how much? 700 for 2 years.
Yeah, almost.
So it's like 8,4, 16, it's like 16,8 million over 2 years.
Yeah. So it was the 2.9 million for personal, and then the business, and then
interest.
Yeah, and then the penalties.
Yes.
So basically, once they fault your submission and they find something wrong in it, they can choose any penalty, right? And it can go up to 200%. So it was horrible, man. But I found good accountants that really helped me come to a good, what do they call it, compromise. And the compromise was the 700, and over a period of time, and
I'll be real with you. I mean, this, you see, this goes back to us not being able to, I don't want to say these things because it becomes about money and it becomes sensitive, and it's like, why? I once sent you guys once invoiced me, and I saw that the way you invoiced me, I was like, I wonder, because this is a large sum of money. I think it was the fill up, the FNB fill up, you know. It was a large sum of money. It was a couple 100,000. And in my head, I was like, when you invoice Slick on Life, I'm like, me, before I get myself into trouble. You know, you invoice like Slick on Life, and I asked myself, and I said, I wonder, because there's no VAT here, and I know that Cassper's making a lot of money, you know, but like this, and you know, I'm like, is it a conversation that, but already, you know.
Yeah, we operated without VAT for a long time.
Yeah, so, but I asked myself those questions, but you know, whenever you ask anybody about this, because I'm not an accountant and I'm not an expert, you know, I can say, yo, are you checking it out? And you'll go,
don't worry.
Exactly. But I wondered about that, and like, well, I never knew that, like, you had this thing, and SARS is not forgiving. I